Welcome to Raw Perfect classes. In this video, I will talk about formal languages and automata theory. This video is only introduction of this topic. What is formal languages and what is automata theory? Formal language and automata theory, both a theoretical area of computer science, which studies abstract machines like automata, and formal languages they can recognize or generate. It provides a foundation. It provides a foundation for understanding computation, language processing, and design of systems like compilers. Like compilers. Formal languages is a set of strings formed from a finite alphabet of symbols. Formal languages is a set of strings formed from a finite alphabet of symbols. These languages, which can be specified by rules like regular expressions, regular expressions or grammars or grammars or by automata. Automata which recognize them. Formal language theory explores the syntactic synthetic and structural properties of these languages. And automata are abstract computational model which process input strings and can be used to recognize or generate formal languages. Automata is often classified by the types of languages which they can handle, like regular languages, context-free languages, etc. For example, we have given FDA. FA. We have given FA. FA is a finite automata, and NFA, that is non-finite automata. PDA means push down automata, and TM, that means Turing machines. These all are the automata models. In this subject, we will learn Chomsky hierarchy, Chomsky hierarchy, which is very important topic. Regular expressions, regular expressions, context free grammars, context free grammars, decidability and computability and complexity. We will learn about these topics, and we also learn that which type of applications used formal languages and automata theory, compiler design, language processing, algorithm designs, formal verification, circuit design. All these applications use formal language and automata theory. Now, this document provides an introduction to formal languages, automata theory, fundamental concept in computer science, and I also explore the definitions of formal languages, different types of automata, finite automata, push down automata, Turing machines, and their relationship. You can see hierarchy of automata languages. For, you can see here, first, formal languages. This is a foundation of automata theory. Finite automata. This is a basic computational model. Push down automata. This is a automata with memory. Turing machines. This is a universal computational models. Now next, introduction of formal languages. I have already discussed about formal languages definition and automata definition, but I again discuss about this. What is a formal language? It is a set of strings of symbols which drawn from a finite alphabet. You can think that set of words where each word is made up of letters from a specific set of characters. A, B, C. These are the letters, these are the characters, and combination of letters and you can say characters is called word. Like this, set of words, set of symbols, set of strings is a formal language. And you can see the formality comes from the fact that rules for constructing these words are rigorously defined. Now next, formal language structure. You can see here, alphabet is a finite set of symbols. Symbols is a basic unit of alphabets. And string is a sequence of symbols, and formal language is a precisely defined set of strings. What is an alphabet? This is a sigma symbol. This symbol is used for the summations of symbols. A finite or a finite non-empty set of symbols, that is alphabet, and it will be represent this symbol. Sigma is equal to, in curly braces we will write two elements 0 and 1. These are the binary alphabets. And when we write in curly braces A, comma, B, comma, C up to Z, these are the lowercase English alphabets. If we use mixed 0, 1, A, B, these are the mixed alphabet. Now next is a understanding alphabet structure by using this diagram. Binary alphabet is a set of two symbols, typically 0 and 1, which is used in digital system. And lowercase English alphabet, that is a set of 26 lowercase letters which are used in English text. And mixed alphabets is a combination of symbols which including numbers and letters. What is a string? A string is a finite sequence of symbols from an alphabet. You can see here 0, 1, 1, 0. This is a string, and this comes from these two symbols 0 and 1. Hello, HELLO, hello. And this symbol is also comes from this set A, B, C up to Z, that is a set of 26 alphabets from which we get a string hello. The empty string denoted by epsilon symbol, this is known as epsilon symbol. And you can also use lambda symbol for the empty string, and it is a string with no symbols, means this is a empty, here no symbol, that is represent to epsilon. Now next, understanding string concepts through the diagram. Binary string example is 0, 1, 1, 0, which is a string over sigma is equal to, in curly braces, 0 and 1. Alphabetical string, that is hello, which is a string, comes from this set. String definition is that a finite sequence of symbols from an alphabet, that is known as string. And empty string denoted by epsilon symbol which has no symbols. Now next, what is a language? Language represented by L. Capital L is used for the language. A set of strings over an alphabet. When we make a set of strings from an alphabet, that is known as a language. From this set 0, 1, we made language like 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. You can make 0, 1, 1 and 1, 0. You can make 1, 0, 1 like this. And if you have set only A, you can make from this A language like A, AA, AA, AAA, like this. This is a language. And language is equal to X, or X is a string of even length over sigma 0, 1. It is infinite language, and this symbol only curly braces blank is empty language, and which containing no strings. When we write here in empty curly braces this symbol, that is known as language containing only empty string. Now next is understanding language through the diagram. Finite language, a language with a limited number of strings, that is finite language. Infinite language, a language with an unlimited number of strings, is known as infinite language. Empty language, there is no strings, but in empty string language, that is a language which containing only empty string, that is this symbol, that is known as epsilon, or you can say lambda. Now next is operations on languages. What types of operations performed on languages? Languages can be manipulated by using various operations similar to set of operations like intersection, symbol is used, this difference, this symbol is used, union, this symbol is used. Intersection identifies common strings between languages, and difference extracts strings unique to one language, and union combines strings from different languages. You can see definitions of these points. First is union. Union is, we have given two languages L1 and L2. L1 and L2. When we want to in union, then we use U symbol here, this symbol, and the set of all strings that are in L1 or L2 or both. Intersection means L1 intersect L2. We will take only those set of strings which are in both L1 and L2. And complements, complement represent this by this, and or you can say sigma star minus L, and the set of all strings over alphabet sigma that are not in L, that is complement, and sigma star represents set of all possible strings over sigma including empty strings. Concatenations, concatenations means L1 into L2. The set of all strings formed by concatenating a string from L1 with a string from L2. Like L1 have A comma B, L2 have A 1 comma 2, and you can say L1 on concatenation of L1 and L2, that is equal to A1 comma A2, B1 comma B2. Clean star, L star, clean star, the set of all strings formed by concatenating 0 or more strings from L. This includes empty strings. If L is equal to A, it means L's clean star, that is equal to epsilon A, triple A, and 4 times A, infinite. And positive closure means similar to clean star but requires at least one string from L to be concatenated. L plus means that is equal to L star, clean star. For example, L is equal to A, then L plus that should be equal to A comma A. In both, one difference is that in clean star we will take epsilon, but in closure we will only taken these, not we take epsilon symbol. Now next is operations on languages. Clean star means zero or more concatenations of strings from language will be taken. In positive clauser, one or more concatenations of strings from language we will take. And in complement, strings not present in the language, concatenation strings formed by joining strings from both languages, union strings present in either or both languages, intersection means strings common to both languages. You should keep in mind all these points. And the next is automata theory. Automata theory deals with abstract machines, computational problems which can be solved by using them. And automation is a mathematical model of a machine which receives input and then processes and then it gives us output. And there are different types of automata machines which have different capabilities which are used to recognize different types of classes of formal languages. And you can say this is a structure of automata theory. Automation, which is a core machine model. Automata theory, this is a study of abstract machines, computational problem. This is a problems which are solved by automata. Formal languages, this is a language which is recognized by automata. And automata capability means different types and their abilities are given of different automata machines. Now next is finite automata. What is a finite automata? It is also called a finite state machine and it is a simple type of automation. And it has a finite number of states and transitions between those states which are based on input symbols. Cycle of finite automata operations. First, it receives the input. Automation receives an input symbol, then implement transition state. The automation moves to a new state which based on the input, and after that it checks the state. The automation checks and if it is an accepting state, then it gives you result. Automation outputs whenever the input is accepted or rejected. Means take input, then transition, then check, then finally give you result. And after that, next point is deterministic finite automata, DFA. A DFA is has a unique transition for each state and input symbols. It can be formally defined as a 5 tuple. It is also known as 5 tuple. M is equal to uh, just a minute. M is equal to Q, comma, sigma, delta, Q naught, comma, F. And here Q is a set of states. Sigma represent to finite alphabet and delta represent to Q multiply sigma. And Q naught is represent to initial state of Q. And F is a final state of Q. When we solve some questions with the help of this DFA, then you have to clear easily. But now you in this video I will give you the just introduction of a whole subject, formal and formal languages and automata theory. Structure of deterministic finite automata. First is the initial state, the starting state of automation, then accepting state, a subset of states that indicate successful processing, and these states, a finite set of states representing different stages of processing. Alphabets, it is a finite set of input symbols used for the transitions. And transition function, which that type of function which which maps states and input symbols to new states. This is structure of deterministic finite automata. Now you can see here there are so many examples are given. DFA. A DFA that accepts strings over 0, 1 that contain an even numbers of 0. So you can see here that how to solve this example. First, you have given Q. Q even comma odd. Sigma means 0 and 1. Q naught starting from even number, F and final node will be even, and this is a delta, and delta should be Q multiply sigma. So in delta we will take even comma 0, that should be equal to odd. Then when we use delta even comma 1, that should be 1 even, odd comma 0 even, odd comma 1 odd. Next is a non-deterministic finite automata. A non-deterministic finite automata which can have multiple transitions for a given state and input symbols and transitions on empty strings, abelian transitions. It can be formally defined 5 tuple Q, sigma, delta, Q naught and F. Q, sigma, Q naught and F are defined in a DFA, and delta, that is equal to Q multiply sigma union of epsilon, and which will be equal to PQ is a transition function which takes a state, an input symbol or epsilon returns a set of possible next states, and PQ is a power set of Q, and that is a set of all subsets of Q. Components of a non-deterministic finite automation, that is, first initial states, inputs alphabets, then final states, transition function and states. Initial state, the starting state of automation, an input alphabet, the set of all possible input symbols, states, the set of all possible states that automation can be in, and transition function, the function that determine the next states which are used in the current state and input, and final state, that is the set of states which indicates acceptance of the input. Example, we have given an NFA that accepts the string 0, 1 and ends with 0, 1, and Q will be Q0, Q1, Q2. Sigma will be 0, 1 and Q0 is equal to Q0, F is equal to Q2, and delta is equal to, first we will take Q0, that should be equal to Q0 and Q1, and then Q0 comma 1 and Q equal to Q. Currently you did not understand what I am saying you this. When we post you next coming videos about these topics in detail, then you can understand what I want to teach you. Delta Q1 comma 1 Q2, delta Q1 comma 0 empty brackets, Q2 comma 0 empty brackets, Q2 comma 1 empty brackets. This is a key points you should keep in mind. DFA and NFA both are equivalent in terms of languages and they can be recognized. Any language that can be recognized by an NFA can also recognized by DFA, vice versa. And NFA can sometimes be more concise and easier to design a DFA or for these certain languages. What is a push down automata? Push down automata is a more powerful type of automation than a finite automation, and it has a finite number of states and alphabets, input alphabets and stack, and the stack allows the PDA to remember information about the input and it has seen so far. Which type of automation is more suitable for complex languages? Finite automation is a use limited memory for simple language recognition, and push down automation use stack memory for the complex language recognition. A PDA is formed formally defined by 7 tuples: Q, sigma, and finite stack alphabets delta, Q0, Z0, F. Q is a finite set of states, sigma is a finite alphabets, and this symbol is a finite stack alphabets, and delta is equal to Q multiply sigma union epsilon multiply, and this symbol is a finite stack alphabet is equal to P Q multiply. Its symbol is a star, and a transition function. It takes a state and input symbol and top symbol on the stack and returns a set of possible next states and stack operations which are replacing the top stack symbols with a string of stack symbols. And Q0 belongs to capital Q, and it is initial state, and Z0 belongs to this symbol and it is initial stack symbol, and F subset of equal to Q, that is equal to set of accepting states. Components of push down automation. Input initial state symbol initially and on a stack. Transition function, a function that determines the state transitions. Input alphabets, a finite alphabets of input symbols. Accepting states, the set of states that indicate acceptance. Initial states, the starting state of the automation, and stack alphabets, a finite alphabet of stack symbols. State, a finite set of states. And this is example. In this video, I have only give you introduction of whole subject. What will we learn? And we also learn about Chomsky hierarchy. In Chomsky hierarchy, first we will learn about Turing machine, then PDA, then we learn FA, then we will learn about combinational logic, and then we learn about all other languages. This is a automation theory. And then we can say automation theory is a closely related to formal language theory, and automata are used as a finite representation of formal languages, and it may be infinite, and automata are often classified by class of formal languages which can recognize as in Chomsky hierarchy, and which describes a nesting relationship between the major classes of automata, and it also plays a major role in the theory of computations, compiler constructions, artificial intelligence, and parsing and formal verifications. And you should be keep in mind all these things that we will learn all these topics step by step by, and I will post next videos. First main topic, what is a formal language in detail with examples. Thank you. If you like this video, please like and share my channel with your friends so that they can take benefits from these videos.